Okay, as far as like crew kits, what do you keep? What would be in a basic one? Like, what do you keep in your kit in your setup?
I have some favorite things. Like I would never be without hand warmers. Hand warmers, not only do they keep you warm if you need them, they are great at keeping food warm. Mike's got a dairy allergy, and a lot of times at aid stations, their hot food has cheese in it, or something that he can't eat. So I tend to keep him supplied with hot food. So hand warmers are always in there. Space blankets for the same thing. They can wrap around you and help you keep warm, but they also great for take a sausage biscuit and put a few hand warmers with it and wrap it in a space blanket and stick it in a little lunchbox cooler and it'll stay hot forever.
Oh,
So
that's
those two things. I have a little mini crock pot and an inverter that I run in the crew vehicle. That's great for heating up stew, or Mike loves chicken pot pies. I can heat up a chicken pot pie in there. So I tend to take that as well. Another small cooler to keep things cold. Um, I have some really neat foldable stiff grocery bags that I use to organize my vehicle. And that's a big thing for me. I learned really quickly you can't just finish with your stuff and throw it in the back seat because it just
yeah.
becomes a mess. So these little collapsible grocery bags are wonderful. They're easy if you're flying to a race. They're easy to take with you, and it makes it really easy to organize the crew thing. I always have just a backup supply of things like foot goo and Aquaphor and foot tape and um, electrolytes, foot kit, usually extra pair of shoes, just kind of if we need something extra, lights, those kind of things. I have backups in my crew kit and that just stays in the car. And then for me, I'm pretty self-sufficient. I like to read, and one of my nice things about crewing is get all that done. I can kind of sit back in the shade and read for a while, visit with other crews. So I always have my iPad with me so I can read, and something to eat that I enjoy eating, but I don't like eating so much that I'm going to overeat it. Because you can really eat a lot if you're not careful when
Oh
you're
yeah.
crewing. Because you get bored. It's like, oh, I don't have anything to do. I think I'll eat some chips.
That's
So
awesome.
that's kind of it in a nutshell. I have a lot of other things that kind of come and go based on what the terrain is, but that's probably the gist of what I bring.
Have you seen any or created any like unique tricks or tips, whether it has to do with how you crew your runner or like the equipment or setup? Like the lunchbox thing was kind of a cool one. Have you seen any that you've picked up over the years?
I don't know that I've ever picked up any. I've created a few.
Yeah.
I've crewed, I think, about 180, 100-mile trail runs. And it's like necessity is the mother of invention out there. And, a long time ago, before I had some of the more high-tech ways to heat food, I mean, there was one race that I actually went and picked up river rocks and heated them in my oven in the cabin to use to keep food warm. Fortunately, those days are gone. I don't have to heat up river rocks anymore. I've also heated burritos on my engine block. It's a great place to heat a burrito.
That's
But
smart.
now I've got a little battery operated bento box, and that's good for quick heat ups. Um, Mike always complained when he was changing his shoes. He goes, I don't have anywhere to put a clean foot down, and I'd grab a plastic bag or something. Well, cheap placemats work great for that.
Oh yeah.
So, that's one of my little things, rolled up cheap placemat so you can put your clean feet down. And then he always struggled to get his calf compression sleeves off. And I'm watching him one day. It's like, so I wear cowboy boots a lot out here, and sometimes they're kind of hard to slip out of. And one of the tricks is you put your foot in a plastic grocery bag and it slides right in. I went, hold on, let me get a plastic grocery bag, and you flip up the bottom of that compression calf, put your foot in the bag, tuck the ends of it up under the calf, and pull it down. It slides right off. And
Oh
he
nice.
thought I had performed a miracle at that point. So,
That's really cool.
um,
Yeah, just yeah, just necessity is the mother, like you said. That's really cool.